Alright, Shalom. First off, give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem, Rakal, Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS. Salutes and honors to the elect, all the brothers across the four corners who are enduring in truth and sincerity, and the women and children who follow. So I wanted to do this lesson just on some things that I've been, going through personally that I thought that, will help the Akim out, you know what I'm saying? Because I know everybody goes through it. It's one of those things that you don't come into this truth and not go through, and that's a spiritual battle. Not as far as think you gonna fall out or nothing like that, but just being in this truth. Demons fuck with you. Spirits fuck with you. Whether they tempt you to go off, or to break the Sabbath, or to whatever it is they try. But I'm just gonna get a few scriptures. I'm gonna start it off with 2 Corinthians chapter 10, starting at verse 3. It says, "For though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh," because we are flesh. At the end of the day, we are in these chains of darkness. We're human. Okay. We see a beautiful woman, we gaze upon her, we look at her, we want that. But, you gotta calm the spirit. You gotta quench the spirit. You gotta, hold yourself. You gotta be within yourself. Okay, under yourself. It says we do not war after the flesh. Why was that? Verse 4. It says, "For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the Most High, to the pulling down of strongholds." Okay, this is a spiritual battle that we in. So we not using nothing carnal to win this battle. Okay, a gun can't get you out this place. Okay, some box can't get you out this place. Okay, you being a spiritual man, having a spiritual mind, knowing when it's time to turn up, when it's time to shut up. Okay, when it's time to be a what's the word I want to use? Slakia. It's the scripture is escaping me. It's I can quote it, but wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove. I don't know why it was so hard, but when it's time to be wise as a serpent but harmless as a dove, okay? You got to know when and what to do in certain situations, how to act in certain situations, okay? So I'm gonna get this, because I brought that out. I'm gonna get this this one right here, which is Ephesians chapter 6. I'm gonna start at verse 11. It says, "Put on the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil." Okay? You gotta, like I said, this is a spiritual battle that we in. So, and when you go to war, when you go to battle, you gotta be ready, man. Okay? You gotta put on your armor, or you're gonna be vulnerable. Which the armor is, this knowledge, you know what I'm saying? The wisdom, the law, statutes, the commandments, okay? That's what, knowing the times. Okay, wisdom and knowledge to be the stability of the time. So knowing that, you got to be armored up, man. You can't be bare out here. You can't be naked. Okay? It says, "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places." Okay? So we're not fighting just, regular ass niggas, man. These are, left hand side demons that are coming on you, like on the Sabbath. You might be asleep, and I'll speak on a personal thing that I went through. Okay, it was a Sabbath. I was asleep. I was in mid dream, and it was kind of a weird dream. I'm not gonna go too deep into it, but I thinking about on the dream, I know exactly what happened. Okay, I was on a bus, and I was on the bus, and somebody got off the bus, and then somebody got on the bus. So when the character got on the bus, I knew the dude from back in the day, but the dude is like a super 2/3. Okay, so when he got on the bus, that's when, and I was kind of shading him. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't really like you know like I had like my back towards him, and he was talking to me or whatnot, but I was like, yeah, I'm still doing the Bible thing or whatnot. um and that's when like all the fuckery came in, because it was the Sabbath, and subconsciously I still knew it was the Sabbath, so I wasn't trying to dream about women or nothing like that. But not too far after that, you know, that's the dream kind of started going towards that, So I'm like, man, I like woke up like not like I was wicked or something, but it was just like it's the Sabbath. You're not supposed to be thinking about that. So I thought, I'm like, man, that was a demon, that entered in my dream just that quick, and that was him entering into the dream just that quick. Okay, he made his way in there. He tried to get me to go off, and I had to fight. Okay, so that's what we dealing with. Okay, we're not just dealing with everyday, niggas in regular certain situations. Okay, and then it goes into the different armors. You know what I'm saying, that you want to have, but for well, fuck it, we got time today. Fuck it. Okay, it says wherefore take unto you the whole armor, that ye may be able to withstand the evil day. Okay, the bad times. Okay, because it's going to be some bad times out here, man. Jacob's trouble, a time like it never was before. It says, and having done all to stand, stand therefore, having your loins girded about with truth. Okay, you got to stand there in this truth, man. First and foremost, you got to be with Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem, Rakar Kadash, or you bound to drown. Okay? Standing there, having your loins girded about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness. Okay? So your heart, your lungs, all your main organs are covered by that breastplate. Okay? So it says righteousness, man. So you got to protect. Basically, what I'm trying to say is you got to protect yourself with righteousness, man. How do you do that? Keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. Okay? You don't want to be pierced by unrighteousness, okay? Because that can be a deadly blow going off. So that's why we keep the law to our best ability. Because going off, especially around these times, shit, man, you don't want to do that, man. You don't want to fall out. You don't want to, go off and commit adultery or do some fucked up shit, and then you fall at the last. It says, in your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. So what do you walk on? You walk on your feet. Okay, so you got to stand on your own too. Okay, in the preparation of the gospel. Okay, the good news. Doing this work. So when you out on those corners, man, you got to be sincere. You got to be willing to get out there and get on the corners, or willing to study to build yourself up, man. You got to stand on your own too. It says, above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. And that shield, like I said, man, that shield is meant to block other weapons. Okay, like he said, darts or arrows or a spear or a sword, whatever weapon that these demons, Satan or whoever is trying to shoot at you or thrust at you or swing at you, you can block it. Okay, that's faith, having the Most High on your squad. Okay, you believing that He on your squad is what's gonna block all those weapons from coming at you. Okay, it says, and take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of the Most High. Okay, so your mind. Salvation has to be on your mind. That's your helmet goes on your head. Salvation needs to be on your mind. And so that mindset of having salvation is what's going to protect you. Okay, it's going to protect your mind, your pineal gland. Okay, your lob, your real heart. Keep that salvation on your mind, and it's gonna get you through the day. Because if you got salvation on your mind, you ain't worried about going off, man. You scared to go off. In the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of the Most High. So when you gotta cut somebody, you're not cutting them with carnal words. Okay, you cutting them with scriptures. That's your weapon. These scriptures are your weapons. So we're gonna get an example of when let me see. We're gonna get an example of the Lord, because we're supposed to be like the Lord and do as He did. Okay? So this is Matthew 16:23. It says, "But he turned and said unto Peter, Get thee behind me, Satan. Thou art an offense to me, for thou savorest not the things that be of the Most High, but those that be of men." Okay, that was all right. So the Lord told Peter basically that he was gonna have to be crucified or whatnot, and Peter was like, "No, not you, Lord." And he said, "Get thee behind me, Satan," because he knew a demon jumped on him at that time to say that. Okay, so that can happen to any of us. A demon can jump on your woman, on your co-worker or anybody. You know what I'm saying? You got to be in that "get thee behind me, Satan" mode. Okay? You got to be ready to react and to give an answer. That's what this is about, man. That's what, to go into boxing, you train, the fight yesterday with Lara and Swift Hurd. Swift Hurd, when he knocked Lara down in the last round, he said that he had seen that work in the Angulo fight, and it worked for him in the last minute and a half or so in the last round, where he gave him a little pop shot uppercut, which lifted his head up so that he can hit him with the hook, and it worked. Why? Because he had been practicing it all throughout his camp. He's seen it, he practiced it, and he put it into play. That's what we need to do, okay? We get in the breakdowns of the scriptures through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yashai, through the elders and the apostles, the older brothers, and everybody else who brought us up in this thing, okay? So this is us practicing it, and in Jacob's trouble, it's gonna be time to use it, okay? Me and the brother was talking the other day. Once the Jacob's trouble starts, you are who you are at that time. So you got to use every tool in your box, okay? And if you ain't got the oil, then your lamp's gonna run out. So you gotta be the man. You gotta do everything that you can do at that time to fight for salvation. That's why you don't want to be just a one-trick pony. Okay, you might know a little something about one thing, but what about the other 100 different categories that you're gonna need in that day? Okay, you ain't gotta be the number one scholar in every category, but you want to know something about something. You want to have your knowledge in all aspects, man. We want to be sentinels. We want to be a jack of all trades, so to speak. Okay, because that's what's gonna help you in that day. You ain't gotta be the smartest nigga or the smartest brother in the world, but spirituality is going spirituality is going to help you out in this thing, man. Faith and how much work yet you actually put in. Okay, I'm gonna get a couple more scriptures. Let me see. says, now there was a day when the sons of the Most High came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan came also among them. And the Lord said unto Satan, whence comest thou? Then Satan answered the Lord and said, from going to and fro from in the earth, and from walking up and down it. And the Lord said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and upright man, one that feareth the Most High and escheweth evil? And Satan said, and Satan answered the Lord and said, does Job fear the Most High for naught? Has not thou made a hedge about him, and about his house, and about all the day, about all that he hath on every side? Thou hast blessed the work of his hand, and his substance is increased in the land. Now that's the point I wanted to give right there, because it says that the Most High made a hedge about him. He had a protection around Job. Okay, that Satan couldn't fuck with him. That's what we looking for to have in that day, a protection. Okay, when we go out on the highways, you know what I'm saying, we had that hedge of protection. But that don't mean that, you're not vulnerable. Not just on the highways, but I'm talking like in your regular life. When you at work, you vulnerable, man. Even if a spirit don't jump on you, it could jump on, your neighbor, jump on the person that's sitting next to you. Or in a dream, they can come to try to get you to go off, in a dream, even just something that minuscule. You know what I mean? But I believe that's all the scriptures I want to get. Let me see. One more. Y'all bear with me. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 13. It says, there have no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man. But the Most High is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it. Okay, so the Most High, at the end of the day, He's going to make a way for you to escape. Okay, He's in a bad situation and not leave you an out route. Okay, there's always a way to conquer above and beyond, and to get out of that bad situation, whatever it's in. Okay, so with that being said, hope you brothers are edified. Stay in the spirit, man. It's a spiritual battle, but make sure you have your weapons with you, have your armor on, have your mind right. Do the things that you need to do right now while you can still do them. While that window of works is still open. Because once that book is closed and you are who you are and you got to start making it through Jacob's trouble, man, just make sure you got the right tools in your box. And with that being said, I want to give all praise, call all to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rokar, Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS. Salute the niners to the elect. All the brothers across the four corners who are enduring in truth and sincerity, and the women and children who follow. Shalom.